Hey guys, it's Richard from Pennsylvania Bassin here. I'm coming to you today from where all the magic happens, out here in the garage. This is where I do all my fishing prep, my tournament prep, tackle work, rod work, and all that stuff. Getting everything ready, all happens out here, so I figured what better of a backdrop than out here with the trusty Bonafide and all my fishing stuff to do my videos. Today is going to be the first in a hopefully long line of product reviews. One of my most popular videos on my channel right now is my Quantum Hellcat combo review from a couple years ago. And I just kind of like the idea of reviewing some stuff that I use just to give people another take on someone's opinion of it. You can go on social media and ask guys opinions and you get 1,000 different opinions. And I feel like half the time it's coming from guys that use exclusively this or exclusively that. So I figured I'd just give you my take, and I know I'm the kind of person that goes on the internet and does a lot of research before I buy something, and one of the things I do is go to YouTube and see what some people have to say about it. So, first one I'm going to do is the KastKing Spartacus Baitcaster reel. This year I decided to kind of clean up my act. I had a big mismatch lot of rods and reels and this brand and that brand, and a lot of it was older stuff from when I started getting into this 4 or 5 years ago, so I decided I was due for some new stuff. And after some research and some input from a good friend of mine that I fish with, he switched to KastKing last year and he really liked them, so I thought for the price, which is really low, I'm talking $45, $55, $60, they get up into the $150 depending on when you get, but everything I have is around the $55 range. For the price, it was worth a shot. So I have 2 of the Spartacus, this one as well as this one, and I also have a Stealth. And so far, I love them, all 3 of them. My spinning rods, I have 2 rods. One of them doesn't have a reel on it yet, but I'm going to hopefully be getting 2 KastKing spinning reels to go with those in the next few weeks, maybe a few months. But right now, I've used these KastKing Baitcaster reels for this whole season. I got them back in March, I would like to say. And I've fished exclusively with these. I love them. The performance is better than I expected for a $45 reel or $55 reel. I have put them through the ringer so far. My other Spartacus I have on the rod I like to throw chatterbaits on, and I've probably boated, I don't know, maybe 300 smallmouth and a 26-inch muskie with it so far this season, and it hasn't skipped a beat. The drag works great. I have no complaints about the spool tension or anything else. Everything just so far has worked great. But the Spartacus in specific, they come in a couple colors. This one is the green with the green detailing. I really like that one. And I also have the red and black with the cork handles. This is the one I use the most just because of the rod it's on. They are 11+1 bearings. Both of the Spartacus are 6.3 to 1 gear ratio, which I think works very well as a kind of an all-purpose chatterbait, spinnerbait, that kind of stuff, which I have thrown a lot of this year. It's dual brake. You've got the brake on the side, and then they're really easy to open up. There's just a tab there on the bottom, and twist, and apart we go. And then you've got the brake on the inside. Spool pops out real easy. I've been doing my best this year to grease it up every 2 or 3 trips out, lube up the bearings just to. In the past, I didn't really take care of my stuff, and after 3 or 4 years, it really shows. So I'm trying to take everything from the kayak gets a bath every time at the car wash on the way home. Trying to take care of everything, but the Spartacus, I believe, is $45.99 on Amazon. I'm sure you can get it from other places, KastKing's website in particular. But Amazon's customer service is hard to beat. I'm not a super huge Amazon shopper, but that's where I got this particular reel. And like I said, I would recommend it. You go on social media and you see people ask about KastKing, and you get a bunch of guys that say, I love them, they're great, which I will chime into that choir. I've only, like I said, used it for 3 or 4 months, but I don't plan to replace them anytime soon. So, and I plan on adding 2 more spinning reels. And the other lot of people tell you they're junk, never buy one, and this, that, and the other. And those people, I feel, are the ones that throw $400 quantum reels or stuff like that, and they've never even picked one of these up and really shouldn't voice an opinion on them. So this is coming straight from a guy who uses them. I've been on the water, I don't know, almost every weekend since the beginning of April, it feels like, and they have performed flawlessly. So the Spartacus, I would give a 5 out of 5 star review. I haven't really used my Stealth a whole lot, but I'm going to do another separate video for that. All of my KastKing reels I have paired with 13 Fate Black rods, because that's the other thing I decided. I got all new rods and all new reels, and I went with the 13 rods, and that's for another review. I'm going to do a review on those, but they pair together pretty nicely. But if you're looking for a baitcaster, maybe you're just starting out and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money. I know when I started bass fishing, I didn't really know anything about baitcasters, so I got kind of a middle of the road. Didn't want to spend $300, but I didn't want to buy a $30 reel from Walmart. This is, I would say, a lot better than a $30 Abu Garcia Black Max or stuff like that. Not that there's anything wrong with those reels if you can afford them, and I've never used one, but I don't think I'm much of a fan of anything off the Walmart shelf. But as a person just getting into bass fishing or wanting to learn a baitcaster, for the money, I think it's a great reel to learn on. Or from a guy who does tournaments all season long, I have 3 of them on my kayak, and if I had a 4th bait casting rod, I'd have a 4th one, and I'm going to add 2 spinning reels soon. So I would highly recommend them. You can, like I said, you can get them on Amazon, KastKing's website. I'm sure you can get them on eBay and other places, but Amazon's probably the easiest place to get them. And they do have a whole line of, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 different bait casters, ranging all the way up to $150. But I would say this is the place to go. The Spartacus, 6.3 to 1, 11 bearing. I think that's about all there is to say about it. I believe they're 17-pound drag, which I think is pretty impressive. And like I said, I put a muskie in the boat with this, and this rod and reel didn't bat an eye at it. I wasn't horsing it around. The bearings weren't screaming or anything, so they perform very well. Thanks for checking out the video. This is, like I said, hopefully the first in a long line of product reviews. When the weather, well, not the weather, but when I get time to get this out and get it all put up together and rigged like I have it on the water, I'm going to do a walkthrough of the boat. I'd like to do a trailer layout video because I've got this thing about done, and more product reviews. I've got the Garmin there, I've got all kinds of stuff, my other rods, the other Spartacus reels, so that stuff is all hopefully soon to come. But again, thanks for checking out the channel. Like it, share it, tell your friends about it. If you're looking for a KastKing reel and you want an opinion, hopefully this helped you out. Again, I will highly recommend them to anybody that asks. So until next time, thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, like and comment and share with your buddies. Let me know other stuff you'd like to see reviewed, or if you have any other questions about this, I'd be glad to take the time and answer it for you. So until next time, this is Richard from Pennsylvania Bassin.